You know, Emily, I have a problem.
Oh, shucks.
Well, see, I was reading my dictionary and enjoying a great shooter sandwich that my wife had made the night before, and I noticed that my Oyster card is gone.
Tish, tish.
Tish, tish. Oysters need to be shot, all of them. Ah, England.
England. Jacob, we're not doing England.
We're not?
No, we're doing Armenia.
Okay, well, scrap all this. Ah. All right, moving on. All right, let's see what I have here for Armenia then. Okay. Did you know that Armenia is the resting place of Noah's Ark?
Did you know that chess is a required subject in Armenian schools?
Hello, my name is Jacob Trechek.
And I'm Richard Koblars.
And you're watching Disney Channel. Armenia is one of the oldest nations in the world. It started with the Urartu Kingdom, a federation of Armenian tribes which extended throughout the Armenian highland. The Urartu, or Ararat Kingdom, was a civilized state, which left behind rich cultural heritage. After Urartu came another Armenian kingdoms, established by the Irvanduni dynasty. But as a result of Alexander the Great invading, Armenia became part of the Hellenic world, which is simply defined as the period of Greek culture spread to non-Greek areas. Then in 189 BC, an independent state, Greater Armenia, was formed. During this period, there was an intense development of cities, trade, and arts. Greater Armenia survived for 600 years. The first 2 centuries after Christ were filled with ceaseless wars between the Roman Empire and the Parthian Empire, using Armenia as their battlefield, causing Armenia to divide into East and West Armenia. Dang, Armenia got screwed over worse than Rubio getting stumped by the Trump. But not all bad came to Armenia. In 301 AD, Armenia adopted Christianity and became the first Christian nation in the world.
Wow.
Then, in 405 AD, the Armenian alphabet was created, leaving Armenians not only proud of their nation, but also confused as to how all these strange symbols have any correlation with each other at all.
Well, your face doesn't have any correlation with itself.
Well,
at
that's
all.
definitely your opinion, Emily, but let's move on. Fast forward a couple hundred years.
Initially, Armenia remained divided between the Byzantium and Iran. Later, Armenia came under the rule of the Arab Empire. They were then invaded by the Turks, then the Mongols, causing some Armenian nations to flee Armenia, only to come back and rebuild Armenia.
But then Egypt came and destroyed it.
That is correct.
Sorry, that's history for you.
Fast forward again to 1828. As a result of the Russian-Persian War, Eastern Armenia was annexed to Russia, while Western Armenia was controlled by the Turks. Then from 1915 to 1916, the Turkish government committed a genocide of the Armenian population in Turkey. More than 1.5 million Armenians were annihilated and even more exiled. Finally, in 1918, the Armenians had enough and formed an independent Armenian Republic. But sadly, this did not last long, as the Armenian Republic was converted into the Soviet Republic in 1920.
Fast forward a couple more decades. Armenians fight in World War II with the Russians, with over 600,000 soldiers, even having 60 generals in the Soviet army. Sweet.
Fast forward more
Fast forward your fast forward.
I have fast forward insurance.
Too late. In 1988, Armenia demanded Mount Karabakh back from the Soviets.
Wait, Stalin stole Armenia's mountain?
Well, that's definitely your opinion, Emily, but let's move on. On September 21st, 1991, Armenia proclaimed its independence.
Then in 1992, Armenia became a member of the United Nations.
Well, that's definitely your opinion, Emily, but let's conclude our crash course. I'm Jacob Trechek.
And I'm Richard Koblars.
And you're watching Disney Channel.
Is it?